So today's class we will be discussing about the synthesis of different hypertensive agents, mainly ACE inhibitors and diuretic class of drugs. The first synthesis is the captopril, synthesis of captopril. You please take down your notes and copy it down. So synthesis of captopril. So the starting material for captopril is methacrylic acid. So this is the starting material, and as we begin, so it is treated with hydrochloric acid, and because there is a double bond over here, so addition of this hydrochloric acid takes place with the double bond. So this is methacrylic acid, and in terms of hydrochloric acid, the addition of hydrochloric acid takes place to the double bond. So the formed compound is the 3-chloro-2-methyl propionic acid. This is the compound. So here there was a double bond, and now because of addition of the HCl, double bond has been removed. And the formed compound is 3-chloro-2-methyl propionic acid. And this compound on treatment with PCl3 or thionyl chloride. PCl3 or thionyl chloride. So it forms 3-chloro-2-methyl propionyl chloride. So this is the compound that is formed here. So in this case, what has happened is the carboxylic group, the COOH group, which was present in the propionic acid, that is 3-chloro-2-methyl propionic acid. So at this particular portion, the that is propionyl chloride, that is this COCl, the COOH has been converted into COCl. So, and the reagent that is favoring this is either PCl3 or thionyl chloride, that is SOCl2. Okay. So the formed compound is 3-chloro-2-methyl propionyl chloride. And to this we add the proline. So we have seen in the development of ACE inhibitors, we have seen this. So the addition of proline. Okay. So here the removal of the HCl, that is, say the proton of the amine in proline and chlorine is removed like this, and thereby the attachment takes place. So that is the compound that is formed. So here it is linked to it, okay, and it gives rise to that is the 1,3-chloro-2-methyl propionyl pyrrolidine 2-carboxylic acid. So that is the compound which is formed, and to this compound addition of ammonium thiol group, okay, so will lead to addition of the thiol group, that is SH group here, and finally the formed compound is captopril. So this is how we have started with the acrylic acid, and from that we have the we have added the HCl to the double bond. Then later on, the COOH group was converted into COCl group, and the COCl group we had made attachment of the proline. Okay, and then later on we have removed Cl and then added thiol group. So this is the synthesis of captopril. Then the synthesis of next compound, that is enalapril. See the enalapril, this is the we say it is glycine. Okay. Simplest amino acid we have started with, and then if we make the compound that is reactant 1 to react with the C6H5 CH2O COCl in presence of the, or we call it as the BOC, butyl oxy chloride, which is acting as a N protection group. So initially what we are doing here is we are protecting this NH2 group, we are making unreactive. Okay. And the formed compound is CH3CH NH N protected one, and COH is as such. And then this in presence of this intermediate compound in presence of dicyclohexyl carbadoimidine, okay, carbadoimide, which is otherwise abbreviated as DCC, okay, which is abbreviated as DCC. And in present, and another reactant we are going to add, that is the proline. Okay. So in this is going to act as a dehydrating agent, and then here proline is react with the COOH group of your intermediate compound, this compound. Okay. And the compound that is formed, that is here, proline is being attached to the COOH, and then still we have the N protected one. So this is N protected, and here we had COOH, which has linked to proline. And so now N-D protection. So N-D protection means we are deprotecting the N amine group here. So that is done with the help of this hydrogen and hydrogen gas and palladium. So N-D protection occurs, and thereby NH2 group is done. And then this compound is made to react with the ethyl 2-oxo-4-phenyl butyrate. Okay. And in presence of sodium cyanoborohydrate, it gives the final compound, that is the enalapril. So this particular part of the molecule, okay, is going to react with the amine part. So here amine, which we have deprotected. Okay. So that is going to react with the ethyl 2-oxo-4-phenyl, the 4-phenyl butyrate in the presence of sodium cyanoborate. So the final compound that we have is the enalapril. So enalapril is a prodrug. We know that the ester, so the COO C2H5, this ester group has made this enalapril as a prodrug. So if you have the hydrolyzed product of this ester, then you will call it as enalaprilat, which is an active form of enalapril. Then coming to the synthesis of the third compound, that is, which is a ACE inhibitor, losartan. Okay, so this losartan is synthesized from the starting materials, that is the 4' bromomethyl 1,1' biphenyl carbonitrile. This reacts with the 2-butyl 4-chloro 1-imidazole 5-yl methanol to give an intermediate. So the in presence of sodium methoxide and methanol as solvent, methanol and DMF as a solvent, so it gives the intermediate compound, this one. So here what has happened is, so this it is lost as HBr, and then side, that is the product, that is the intermediate is formed. And in presence of sodium azide, NaN3, and so the ammonium chloride NH4Cl, and using DMF as solvent, refluxing at 120 degrees centigrade, then ring cyclization takes place. So that is the formation of what is called as the tetrazole. So ring cyclization has resulted in the formation of the tetrazole. Okay, so this is how the structure of losartan, the synthesis of losartan is. So the final compound you have the losartan. Okay, so here what we have done was, this was CH2Br and this was NH. So we have just it's an addition product, or we have just linked. It is a linking of the two moieties. Okay, and then imidazole moiety linked with the biphenyl nucleus, and lastly it's a three step. That is in the third step. What we have done was, using sodium azide NaN3, we have converted into a tetrazole. That is, ring cyclization has taken place, and it is the tetrazole. That is the synthesis of tetrazole. Then coming to the next
Sir,
yeah.
సార్ ఒక 2 minutes టైం ఇవ్వండి సార్, అది సింథసిస్ రాసుకోలేదు.
No, this video I will send you, then you can write that. Okay, right?
ఓకే సార్, ఓకే.
Then synthesis of
థ్యాంక్ యూ.
next compound, that is synthesis of hydrochlorothiazide. Okay, so thiazide and thiazide type of diuretics we have, isn't it? So in this we have the starting materials, that is the metachloroaniline is one starting material, and then chlorosulfonic acid. These two react to give the sulfonyl chloride derivatives, that is this compound intermediate, and when it reacts with the ammonia, okay, so then it converts into sulfonides. SO2NH2 group is formed. That is here the NH3. Okay, so NH3 is lost as the HCl. Okay, and then remaining NH2 part is present here. Okay, so NH2 and NH2. Okay, so two molecules of this particular compound will, two molecules of ammonia, not this, but two molecules of ammonia. So this will lead to formation of SO2 NH2. So thionyl chloride, chlorosulfonic acid has made for the introduction of two SO2Cl groups, okay, which are meta to each other, and then when on treatment with ammonia, it has led to formation of sulfonides, okay, two groups. And then here for our syllabus we have hydrochlorothiazide, and we don't have chlorothiazide, but anyhow for your that is the GPAT questions. So on this, on treatment with the formic acid in presence of HOCl, will give us the chlorothiazide, that is ring cyclization takes place. Okay, and here the carbon donor is formic acid is the carbon donor, and then as such the ring cyclization takes place to form the bicyclic system, that is thiazide, and presence of that is chlorine, it has led to the compound that is chlorothiazide. Then if you want to synthesize hydrochlorothiazide, then we have to use formic acid. So this is, sorry, formaldehyde. So here we have used formic acid, and here it is the formaldehyde. So formaldehyde will lead to ring cyclization, that is the formation of hydrochlorothiazide. See the difference between the hydrochlorothiazide. So here also the carbon donor for this particular compound for ring cyclization is formaldehyde, and see the difference between these two structures is that you don't have a double bond. See, there is a double bond in chlorothiazide, that is here, right? And we don't have any double bond in this hydrochlorothiazide. That is no double bond this particular part. So that's why we are calling it as hydrochlorothiazide. So this is the synthesis of the fourth compound, that is hydrochlorothiazide. Then we have the another compound in diuretics, that is synthesis of furosemide. So here we have the dichlorobenzoic acid, that is 2,4-dichlorobenzoic acid we have, and it is reacted with, so here it is 2,4 dichlorobenzoic acid. We have 10 minutes complete. We have to complete in 10 minutes. So this 2-chlorobenzoic acid is treated with chlorosulfonic acid. This is the reaction which we have written already, which was mentioned, which we have used in previous reaction also. So chlorosulfonic acid, this is chlorosulfonic acid. So again, introduction of SO2Cl group, because there the meta positions were free. That's why there was introduction of SO2Cl, two SO2Cl groups were introduced. But here, as there is already a COOH group present, so the introduction of only one SO2Cl group takes place. And similarly, in as such as similar to the previous reactions, so ammonia is used, which is converted into, this the SO2Cl group is converted into SO2 NH2 group. Okay, and then this on treatment with furfuryl amine, that is furan with CH2NH2, okay, which is called as the furfuryl group. Okay, furfuryl amine. Okay, so on treatment of this compound with furfuryl amine, so there is the linkage, there is loss of HCl. See, one of the H from this and one of the Cl from the compound is lost in this way, and thereby it has joined to the basic nucleus, that is the benzene containing the sulfonamide, chlorine, and carboxylic group. So the final compound which is formed is the furosemide. So this is the final compound which is formed, that is the furosemide. Then coming to the synthesis of the another compound, that is itacranic acid. So here it is also a simple reaction, that is the two starting materials are 2,3 dichlorophenoxyestic acid. So this is the phenoxyestic acid, and another reactant is 4-butyryl chloride. So this is 4-butyryl chloride. And these two compounds will undergo Friedel-Crafts reaction. Okay, and this Friedel-Crafts reaction, undergoing this Friedel-Crafts reaction, then you get this the compound intermediate compound, that is Friedel-Crafts. The introduction of the acyl chlorides are made to react with the compounds, and thereby this 4-butyl chloride, 4-butyryl chloride, which is a acyl chloride, has reacted with the benzene at the para position. Okay, and this is where the addition has taken place. So this is the part where the butyryl chloride has been attached. Then the other part is, that is the phenoxyestic acid has remained the same. Now this compound is made to react with formaldehyde and diethylamine, CH2 twice NH, and this reaction is a Mannix reaction, and then the final compound, that is the itacranic acid synthesis, or the final compound itacranic acid is formed. So here what has happened is the introduction of a double bond has taken place here, and there is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is the double bond CH2 has taken place with the use of the what you call the formaldehyde in presence of dimethylamine. So this is the synthesis of itacranic acid. Then, so these are the 6 compounds or 6 drugs which are there in the syllabus in your first chapter.